Recently, Hypixel UHC has hit a new low of players. The game's really dying now, and teams is never filling on weekdays, almost never filling on weekends even. Most YouTubers and streamers quit the game. The one thing that is still somewhat alive is solo UHC with around 100 players usually. And the funny part was, up until about a week ago, until Doomcow started streaming and uploading, solos was even struggling to fill, starting with only like 20 players every single game. Welcome back to another Hypixel UHC video. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a different one. Basically, I'm just going to be ranting and talking about Hypixel UHC right now because it's pretty terrible and I don't see it continuing to live at this rate. The background clips are just going to be games that I've been playing recently. Some of them are wins and some of the clips are just cheaters and teamers, dumb stuff that I want to showcase. For starters, one important question that I need to ask Simon Hypixel himself is, did you just fire every single game master? Because like I can't help they all just passed away or something, but I just feel like none of them exist for Hypixel UHC. First off, I want to talk about the requirement for account migration. Who thought this was a good idea? I get like, sure, on paper it'll get rid of a lot of cheaters, but then it gets rid of a bunch of random people who are new to the game who are gonna join. And there's still like 50 cheaters per game, right? Like there's still so many cheaters every single game. It's actually unreal. You can't get a game without a blatant cheater. And most of the time now, the cheaters are actually teaming up because they can't win a solo on their own while practically b-hopping. And yes, people do still b-hop even though the account migration happened, because it's almost like it doesn't matter, because people will cheat on their main accounts and cheat on high star accounts with like good stats and everything. They'll risk that because they know that they're not going to get banned by Game Master or by Watchdog. At least not anytime soon. Sure, they might eventually get banned, but it's going to be a while before they actually do, so they'll have loads of time to ruin hundreds of people's games. And once they get banned, it's not like they're gone for good. All they have to do is spend another $30 or something, buy themselves another fresh Minecraft account, and just cheat all over again. I think enforcing the account migration for UHC was a good idea, if only they either had active game masters or moderators. Still not quite sure why they just demoted all those guys. Or they could just do this account migration requirement with the addition of making Watchdog actually do literally anything. Now I want to talk about teaming that happens in Hypixel UHC. There's been so much teaming recently, huge guilds of just teaming, boosting people. Those are all people that don't get banned. They're still just doing what they're doing every single day. I will say though, I think teaming on other cheaters or b-hoppers or people who join a game already cross-teaming together, I think teaming on those people is fine. And my reasoning is because they're cheating or breaking the rules already, it gives them a very unfair advantage to win the game. So most of the time you end up having to target them or team on them to get rid of them. But I think it's important to note that right after you get rid of the cheater or teamers or whatever, you have to go straight back to playing normally. Otherwise you're just breaking the rules as well. One thing I want to admit though is recently I was in Soup's game while he was streaming. I didn't even have the stream open, but there were a lot of people telling me that there was this one dude who was cheating. And so obviously I teamed on him because that's what I do usually, and it was like 17 people calling him out for cheating, and so I just went along with it and I targeted him. I'm pretty sure this is a cheater anyways, like I'm very certain, but either way I don't think what happened was right, because it was just 18 people just cross-teaming on people, killing them because we thought they were cheating. And honestly, if we just killed all the cheaters and cross-teaming people and then we just went and played normally, I'd say that'd be fine. However, after we killed everybody who was cheating and cross-teaming, there wasn't just normal playing, right? It wasn't just everybody going back to a regular solo UHC where nobody's teaming at all. People were still cross-teaming. People were all just sitting around building houses. I think that's the part where this went wrong. But you know what's not going to happen? No one's going to get punished. I'm not going to get banned. If I get banned though, I'll completely understand that and be fine with that, I guess. But yeah, I am actually pretty sorry about this incident. So if the person who is getting 18v1'd is watching this, I'm actually pretty sorry. Even if you are cheating, we didn't really go back to playing normally after we killed you. Now, I will admit this isn't really something that Watchdog will fix, because like that's gonna be really inconsistent. Then you're gonna end up false banning everybody if you do some stupid command that like bans people that are standing within the same amount of blocks without hitting each other for a certain amount of time. That would probably be a very bad idea. But I don't think they should have gotten rid of moderators and replaced them with game masters, considering I don't even think there is a single UHC game master at the moment, as nobody will get banned ever. There are a bunch of people who have been cheating for months straight, a bunch of high star people who are just cheating over and over, and they're still not banned yet, despite them getting reported almost every single game and many YouTube videos made with them cheating inside of it. But yeah, I don't see why they had to go get rid of all their unpaid volunteers and replace them with a bunch of people that you have to pay like $100,000 per year. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But yeah, I'd like to show the rest of this game because I played this one today and it actually made me pretty mad. And for your information, these two people did not hit each other a single time this whole deathmatch until they got rid of me. But yeah, now I want to share with you guys a bunch of clips of people just cross teaming super hard in solos. I don't have all of my clips still saved to my computer, but here's one from Ditto, and as you can tell, he's just getting violently cross teamed on, and there's really not much you can do against this. So obviously he ends up dying to this 2-team in solos. This clip is from the YouTuber Kailoa, who also makes Hypixel UHC videos. I feel pretty bad for him because as you can see in this clip, and these clips here, it's not like Kailoa is being teamed on by like random alt accounts. These are high stars just cheating in a guild together. In this clip, you see two people standing beside each other, not hitting each other after getting a kill together. But anyways, that's enough talking about stuff like Watchdog and Game Masters and the Hypixel account migration requirement. Now I want to talk about the actual updates that they have. In the last few Hypixel UHC updates, I don't think there's been something that I've actually really enjoyed in the updates. And I'm not just talking for myself because I know for a fact that a bunch of other people feel the same way about the last updates. And I mean the majority of the people I've asked. So it's definitely not just me who thinks this way. Like, they added the modifiers, sure, some of them are fun, but within the modifiers, they have extra health, like extra dragons, garbage modifiers like that. One modifier that I extremely hate is a projectile-less modifier. Like, if you're gonna have no bans, no game masters or watchdog banning cheaters, can you at least like not add modifiers that are gonna ruin the game for legit players? Like, how am I supposed to run away from some dude who's gonna be hitting me from 4 blocks away if I can't even rod them back or bow them back? The projectile-less modifier does absolutely nothing but make it harder for legit people to win against the hackers. That's only one modifier, and if you actually play UHC frequently, or if you play UHC at all, you probably know the rest of the modifiers that suck and make the game really unfun. So that's all I'm going to talk about the modifiers update, because that's really all the last updates have been recently, and it wouldn't really make sense to keep talking about them because I think most people already know and hate most of these modifiers. I'm not really going to talk about the new crafts and recipes that they've added because most of them, although they are terrible and you'll never end up crafting them, they don't really take away from the game either, so it's not really killing the game in any way. They just suck and no one crafts them. Okay, you may be wondering why I'm complaining so much. If you're watching games in the background, that I'm sure maybe getting cheated on, but I can at least win some of my games. One of the reasons why I care so much about these issues is for the new players that are trying to join the game. When a new player joins the game and just gets teamed on by some cheaters, they can do a lot less to them than, say, a high star can do to them. As Doomcow said, he says that like UHC is in the best state it's ever been in. He's like a 15 star, he's very experienced, can play the game, still win most of his games. But for new players to just join a game and get teamed on at all is just very sad. And so even though I get teamed on a lot, I get cross teamed a lot of my games are ruined by cheaters, I can still win some, and that allows me to upload games and stuff like that. But for new players, it just makes it that much harder, and I genuinely think that right now it's worse than it was before the migration, especially with the low field. Because before, when a new player joined the game, there were about 70 people that they could fight, and a bunch of them wouldn't be a bunch of high stars or people with like all the crafts unlocked. Right now, instead of getting to fight a bunch of other lower stars around your level, if you join a game as like a 2-star seriously trying to get into UHC, not just being a leather running around for fun, you only have 19 other people to kill, and like half of them are just going to be high stars or cheaters, which is just very difficult for any new player to do. Overall, I think that a bunch of this could be fixed by just not doing the migration or continuing to have moderators or active game masters. Or they could just fix the anti-cheat and have it do anything. And then with a good anti-cheat or with some moderators, then I think the account migration would actually work. Anyways, sorry if this video is all over the place. Let me know if you guys disagree with anything. We can have an epic debate in the comment section. But yeah, see you guys next time.